Can you hear me?
What was that?
Oh, good morning.
Good
Am
morning.
I coming through pretty clear?
Yep, I think so.
Awesome.
So, you can go ahead and kind of get started here. Today we'll have Leo Luna on. He's been on a few times. He usually has some, well, not usually, he always has good content for marketing, for tech. And today he's going to go over a step-by-step tutorial on just doing some editing from your phone. So if you're thinking about uh, marketing videos and incorporating those into your business. I think this will be a really good webinar because if you've had any kind of fear or anything about your videos not turning out good enough to be, marketable, hopefully this will kind of quell that fear. But before we get into Leo, I'd like to introduce Andrew, who's on last week, and he's just going to give us a little mortgage update. And
Hey, can everyone hear me?
yep.
Awesome. Hey, so one of the things that's interesting about tried and true home loans, which is Travis's lender side, is that we are brokers. So we currently have, I think, 17, 18 different options to take a client's scenario to. And if you're not familiar, the big difference between a broker and a direct lender is usually how many different companies we work with. A direct lender, the simple thing, you go to a Wells Fargo, they're going to loan on Wells Fargo money, and they have all their same overlays set up for almost every program. They could also have all these different programs that we might talk about each week, but for the most part, their overlays will be the same because that's where they make all their money. With this piece, with the way we're set up with all these different lenders, we have not only are we trying to get clients business, but those lenders are each trying to do more stuff with their programs to get our business. So they're all working pretty hard for us as well, and they're constantly streamlining things because for the most part, for them, anybody could walk away and go to the next guy just because of a difference of how something's processed or a particular loan product or anything. But for what we're seeing right now, what's come out in the last week is, we're seeing new FHA programs up to 55% DTI, with down payment assistance coming back, which we might see again. They've got programs. Two of our lenders have programs up to 7% of the purchase price for down payment assistance. Again, max DTI would be at 55%. They're manually underwriting these things, so they are looking at them closely. These are all going to be for, first time, or I'm sorry, not first time home buyers so much, but owner occupied properties. So it will be something that, it's not for a second home, not for investment home, things like that. But we are seeing, credit scores for FHA, VA, so military or government backed loans down into the 620s, which again is really good. And then on the non-QM side, the stuff that they've been pushing out is incredible if you have buyers that are in weird situations, but they have potentially 20 to 25% down payment for the properties that they're interested in. That's probably the biggest thing where what I'm seeing lately is if you've got down payment money, there's a potential to get almost any type of client funded with a new loan. If you're on FHA, VA, first time home buyer, where you're putting down 3 to 5%, we're starting to see a little bit of a break in some of the credit scores, some of the DTIs again, and again, rates are just huge. So lots of options that are coming up. If you have more questions about anything or a scenario, reach out to myself or one of the guys that work with Travis, and we can try and put it in front of one of our lenders, because that's probably the thing that I'm enjoying the most about being over here, is that sometimes each of these lenders is just a little bit better of an expert on different types of borrowers. And that allows you guys a lot more advantage to be helping your clients as real estate agents. So, like I said, any other questions, just shoot me an email or anything else. Happy to let you get back to you the information that you need.
Yep. And if you want to throw your info down in the chat for everybody.
Okay.
So great. So next up we have Leo, and he's got a good presentation on video editing for us today.
Yeah, thank you, Travis. And if anyone can't hear me, just let me know in the comments or the chats, and let's get started. Let me, oh, can I do a screen share? Oh, you're muted, Travis. I can't hear you.
Sorry about that. I thought I'd put you in as a panelist. You should be good now.
All right, give me 1 second to. All right, so this is kind of going to be in like 2 parts, and the first part's going to be focusing on just I feel like we all know how to create videos. We all know how to turn on a camera, hit record, and start recording. There are some extra things on the second part that I'll show you, which is the editing video part, and that's actually a lot simpler than it is. The hard part is actually coming up with the content to create videos for. So, you know, I've worked with other marketers, and this is kind of the combined efforts of releasing the secrets for creating engaging videos for realtors, and you know, pretty much for anyone. So if you're looking to create a video niche and you want to just maximize those videos to try to get those reaches out there, I'm going to show you how to create effective and relevant videos online. So what we're going to discuss in here is just why is video important to talk about? Well, there's so many different channels out there. You know, you got Pinterest, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. There's so many different channels out there, and they all kind of do different things. They talk to different audiences. The way we communicate on video is going to be completely different. But what I did is I kind of took the research out of your hands and I put it into my hands. And so I'm going to show you with what I found works. And not only that, we're going to give you some tips also that not only me, but other experts have had, and show you some examples. So, you know, everyone wants to make it big online. They all want to have a video. This is Instagram Reels. They all want to have videos that have like 13,000 views, 10,000 views, 12,000 views, 10,000 views. Like, wow, like how do we get those many views? How do we get a reach out that big? And this is all organic, non-paid for. So what you have to do is you have to learn what other people are doing. You have to make sure that when you're creating videos, like you look for a proven way that's already working. Oh, I hit the wrong button. And what you have to start doing is just start researching. And it doesn't take a lot of research. It's just a matter of seeing what works. And we call that, like, we follow the trends. What are the recent trends? And so usually I spend like maybe 10, 15 minutes a day just researching trends. It doesn't even take that much time. And you just kind of see what works out there. So when it comes to creating video content, you want to explore like your different channels. Some people are really good with Facebook. Some people are really good with Instagram. Some people love TikTok. You have the freedom to choose whatever platform you want to utilize. And whatever you're starting to create these video pieces of content, you want to do whatever's comfortable for you, that you feel like you already understand how people communicate on that platform. So I always say, just start with one. You know, if you're starting off with Instagram, just stick with Instagram and create Instagram video content. And right now, if you actually do Instagram is actually pushing out more reels, more video content, because they're trying to compete with TikTok. So right now, if you're posting videos and you're shooting out a lot of consistent videos on Reels or Instagram, then your reach is going to go. I've seen on average, my clients on average get like between 2,000, 3,000 views per video, and they spike up to 13,000. It's pretty rare to get 13,000, especially if you're diving in on your niche. But I had a real estate agent I did this for, and he got, I think, like 3,000 views on a webinar he was doing. He was doing a webinar for I forgot what it was. It was like real estate taxes for retirement, or I think it was, I forgot exactly what it was for, but he did a reel for that. It got over 2,000 views, and he got some signups through there. So it's really a powerful tool. And all he did was he just recorded a video talking about the invitation. And then I just did a couple quick edits, which I'll show you how to do like a quick edit, and just posted it. It was like a 12-second video that landed 2,000 views. So the power is at your fingertips for all this free organic reach. So the key point is do whatever piece of whatever platform feels most comfortable to you. So now it's okay, well, where do we start? So first off, pick which one you're going to do. You can do Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Optimize your profile. I cannot stress that enough, to optimize your profile. When someone comes, if someone watches your video that you spent time on and you're getting a bunch of views on there, someone goes to your profile, they need to know within the first sentence how you're going to solve their problem. What is it that you're the expert in? What is it that you're going to do to make this person's life easier? And then after that, then you put what it is that you actually do, you know, your title, any type of, you know, certificates that you have, just anything that's going to make them aware of what you do and how you can help them, as well as what proof you have to help them. And then you want to utilize easy to use tools. So I'm going to share with you some of those tools in the next slides. And then you want to start creating content with the things that you know first. Make it easy. Don't overcomplicate it. If you're, you know, a mortgage lender, maybe it's like the top 5 things that mortgage lenders don't tell you, or here's 2 things you need when you talk to a mortgage expert. You want to share the knowledge and the value that you have in your industry, because you're the expert. People are going on social media to either find their problem solved or to just get entertained. So this is kind of the golden nuggets here. So there are a couple tools, and I only use these 2 tools that are immensely powerful for creating edits as well as creating more engaging videos. So I use an app called InShot. It's a mobile app for your phone, and it's like $5 a month to use, or you can get the lifetime version, which is like $30. This is by far the cheapest video editing software you're ever going to find, that allows you to edit video, to add music, to add stickers. You can pretty much do anything you can that a normal video editor would do, like iMovie or any of that. But instead of using your laptop and your computer, you just do it all on your phone. It makes it very easy to use. You can trim your videos, makes it really easy. You can upload into 4K if you have quality images or quality video. And it just makes it really easy to use. It's a lifesaver. It's a time saver. And then you have Caption. So Caption is it's a free app. So that's what I love about it. It's a free app. So once you create your video on InShot, you upload it to Caption, and then Caption actually puts in the captions on your video in a nice big text format, which makes it really easy for people to follow along and read, as well as it just creates a more engaging, it creates movement in the video. So those are the 2 apps that I use, that I wouldn't use any other app really. These are my go-tos. So when I talk about editing and all that stuff, well, good editing does matter. And you don't really have to do a lot of editing, but the edits that you want to do is you want to trim those empty spaces of talking. So if you're creating a video and you're like, here's 5 things that I would do as a real estate agent to sell my first home, and then there's a space, and then you go right into it. Well, what you want to do when you edit the video, you want to take out that empty space in between the headline and the next time you talk. You want to keep the blank spaces hidden. So it doesn't need to be complicated. You just need to follow a few sets of rules. And here's kind of the rules that I created that will just help you get a more engaging video to hit those 10K, 12K, 15K views. So number 1 is you have to create a great hook. If you don't have a hook, and a hook is, you know, that video headline, you know, here's 5 ways to do this, or I'm going to share with you the secrets of selling your first home, or I'm going to share with you, you got to create a headline that's going to create that hook. Also, if you're using video, if you're doing like a video where you're talking into the camera, you want to use good lighting. You want to make sure your face is well lit up. Use a window, use a ring light. And when I say use a window, like stand in front of a window with the light hitting your face and kind of get that 50-50 balance where 50% of your face is light and 50% of your face is kind of a shadowy effect. And that'll create good lighting for the video. And then when you're actually done with the video, you want to trim that empty space. So you want to trim the empty space between talking. And then number 4 is one thing that I used to do that I just had to get over is just don't overthink your videos. Just record, and you can edit all you want. You know, even if you mess up, just keep recording, and then you can just edit that out using the software. So different video ideas. This is just a quick bullet point. You know, educational always wins. Tips, tricks, just sharing valuable information, you know, insider tips that only you know that you can share with someone that you're trying to attract. Walkthroughs, maybe home walkthroughs, home tips, and pretty much anything you want, but just keep it educational. Then you have emotional, so anything with stories, because sharing your stories actually spark emotions, and usually storytelling is just a great way to help trigger those emotions. And then keep it entertaining. So if you're more of like, you know, there's a balance between professionalism and there's a balance between just being like, you know, human and making things funny, showing the funny side of you, having the fun in you. Because I think people not only want professional, but they want to see that you're able to have a good time and you're just a likable person. Because what we want to do is we want to establish the know, like, and trust. So when people start getting to know you, they start to like you, then they start to trust you. So you have all these videos on your phone that you've created. Well, now what? You're just going to take up the storage on your phone now. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we have a place that we can store these videos. So my go-to is Google Drive. I love Google Drive. It's free to use till you get like a certain amount, which is pretty hard to reach if you're just doing this yourself. I love Google Drive to store all my images, videos. Then you have Dropbox. Excuse me. Then you have Dropbox, which it is free to use. You just don't have as much storage as Google Drive would have for a free offer. And then the last thing is, before we go into editing, where to start posting your videos. You know, and the top sites right now that are really pushing videos is, well, Facebook. I'll go into Facebook in a little bit, but is Instagram Reels, YouTube. You know, you want to make a good YouTube video. You can definitely do it from your phone. Everyone's got a 4K resolution phone now. I feel like that you can make high quality videos on your phone. You could do, you know, neighborhood drive-throughs. You can do walkthroughs on your phone. You can do just video, just put up your video and put up a ring light and start sharing valuable information on your YouTube channel. But the thing is to create at least one piece of content for YouTube a week. And then with Facebook, if you have a business page on Facebook, go live on your Facebook business page. Go live sharing the market trends, what's new in real estate, tips for improving your home value, you know, home maintenance tips. Just go live and start, you know, talking about your industry. Because then once you go live on your Facebook page, that also drives more engagement to your business page, as well as if you ever wanted to start advertising, using Facebook Lives to promote your business is actually one of the cheapest ways to market your business online. Video views get way more engagement on Facebook ads and way more retention, and it helps you build your audience quicker. So when you want to start remarketing to people, you have your video views, which costs you pretty much nothing. It's a lot cheaper than traffic. It's a lot cheaper than conversion campaigns. And it's just a lot cheaper overall, and it helps you build that audience up. And we all know that with Facebook iOS 14, you know, update, it's becoming harder and harder to use your pixel, your data to retarget these people. So if you're creating Facebook videos and you're using that for your advertisement, that actually is trackable to retarget, because people that are on the app and utilizing the app, they're not being, you know, pushed away to a website. since they're on the app, you're actually able to get keep that data to be able to retarget them. So that's just the last little piece. But what I wanted to share with you is just real quick, a couple more things. And why is it not popping up? Give me once. There we go. So I have this quick little doc I can share with you guys. And this is just kind of a couple headlines that you guys can use at your disposal. And feel free to use it. It just has a bunch of headlines that if you're going to create videos, these headlines could potentially work in your favor. And so, 10 best practices for selling your home. So when you start your video, you're just going to say, want to fast track selling your home? This is how you do it. Boom, boom, boom. All right. That, and then finish it off with a nice, call to action. If you want more tips like this, follow for more, or feel free to message me for more information. Just something at the very end that gives them something to do. You want to have them engage your content. So these are some top headlines that I just picked out. Once again, I can go over more stuff. 15 tips for selling your home. Everyone wants to know how to sell their home. Boom, you lay out 15. You can change the number too. You can put 5 tips for selling your home. Whatever feels comfortable for you to create. So let me see how I can do. Is it okay? Let me try to share my phone.
And I really like the 10 tips or the 5 best things. Those tend to really go over well and get good engagement. I see that a lot from some of the agents out there that are putting out a lot of video. So
exactly, they're very engaging. Those yeah. 15 tips, 10 tips when you have a number behind it. And then
5
also
things
the
I
reason
love
why
about
the
this neighborhood. Yeah.
The numbers work great because you already have that number and people are thinking, oh, I could sit around for 5 tips. Like it gives them a number and then in essence, like, oh, this video is not going to take forever. We're going to get to the point right away. 5 tips, 10 tips, 15 tips. That sounds, if it's like 15 tips for something really valuable, then people are going to grasp onto that and really listen to be like, okay, I want to take notes now.
Yeah. So if you want to start off with something even simple, I think that's a big challenge for a lot of agents is where do I start? Like, what do I want to do? And if the neighborhood drive-through, I think is great. And it could just be, 5 things I love about this neighborhood as you're driving through.
Exactly.
So I think it's an easy one to start and just post your first video and go from there,
Yeah.
So
What they do say, experts say, is if you're doing YouTube videos, it takes you 100 YouTube videos to feel proficient to make YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And the first thing you have to do is create your first one. Video is more psychological than it is actually creating video. When I started creating videos, I was so in my head about creating videos that I just told my brain to shut up. I'm just going to do it. And
I was the same way. Yeah.
Once you get over that hump, then, and at least you have some resources now of kind of making it. Now you just got to fill in the blanks. When you look at these headlines, you're like, okay, now I know where to start. Now I can fill in the blanks. And that's your video right there.
Yeah.
You don't even have to edit anything, but if you want to take it down a step further and really start, editing your videos. So what I have here is a quick video uploaded, and I'm using the app InShot. Let's see. So I'm going to go over the first tab. So you have Canvas. So this one you can create the different, whatever you're going to post on. If you're going to post on Instagram, if you're going to post on Reels, YouTube, TikTok, just different ratios. Then you can zoom in if you want to zoom in on your video, and then create different backgrounds. So you have that blurred video effect in the background, or if you just want to color. A lot of people like to use red. It's a good call to action button or color. So you have those right there. You can add music. You can add a sticker. Make your videos fun. That's a bad sticker. Filters. I'm not much of a filter person. Nothing can help filter my face. And then, so this is where the real magic happens. So you're watching a video. This is, you hit that split button, it'll cut that frame. And here you can either slide it and dial in where you want it to go, or if you just keep playing, you hit split again, and then you could just select that center one. And then you just hit delete and it'll cut that out. So I use split a lot to really just cut up my frames and then take out the pieces that I don't want. So the dead space in between my talking, I'll cut that out. Volume, don't really need to mess around with that too much. Speed, I really don't mess around with that. Honestly, I just use this app for editing my dead spaces. And then occasionally, I'll have to change the canvas sizing. Or I'll add some stickers. But a lot of times I just use this for cutting out the empty space, and then I post it to Reels, and that's where I'll like add the stickers and things like that. So it's a really easy tool to use, saves you a bunch of time editing. And then from there, what I do is, this is the caption app. So what you want to do is import, okay. So you want to import, I'm not even talking in this one. Let me get one that I'm talking. So this one, you just upload it. This is why your Facebook ads aren't working. And then it creates, most likely you're not running the right campaign. So you see how it just adds that caption on there. And you can move the caption around too. If you need to say something's not working right, say something you want to change, you just change it in the app, and you can change the verbiage to whatever you want. Like, hey, because sometimes the caption doesn't generate the right words. You need to kind of update it, and you'd be surprised what some of the words generate are. They're probably sometimes inappropriate words.
Yeah.
I've seen some
how accurate have you
things.
found it to be?
What's that?
How accurate have you found it to be?
About 80% accurate.
Yeah.
It's pretty accurate overall. Oh, okay, that's a good. So we got a question right here for what's a good mic to use with your cell phone videos? There's a couple mics that you can find on Amazon that are like $20-$30. I forgot the name of the mic. I'll have to research that real quick. But they're like usually, let me stop the share real quick. Usually the mics are the little handheld mics that you put, and they're $20-$30 mics. Those are pretty good mics for audio. And when it comes to creating video, there's two things you want to make sure you have. It's a good video camera. So your cell phone, if it's in 4K, you want to kind of have that good video quality. And number two is audio. And using a mic is actually really good. One of the mics that I use for recording YouTube videos, I actually have a Blue Yeti. It's about an $80 to $90 mic. It's a Blue Yeti Nano. And that's actually what I'm using right now to talk on this webinar. And it works pretty well. For some reason, though, the Blue Yeti has a software that actually you can change, like you can either have like a radio tone voice where it's like more deeper, things like that. They also have different channels or pre-selects that you can create. Now, for some reason with the Mac, I have a MacBook Air. It doesn't, the software isn't compatible with my MacBook Air. But if you have like a Windows version PC, you can utilize the software that it has, and you can create some pretty awesome podcast-like settings on your voice, which is really cool. I'm just sad that I can't use that feature on my MacBook. But I'm hoping there's going to be an update soon on it. But Blue Yeti Nano, it's a great mic. Comes out clean, $90. It was actually one of the most affordable mics out there on the market for recording video content. Now that's if you're recording like YouTube videos. If you're using just, TikTok videos and things like that where people talking to a mic, $20-$30 on Amazon. I'll get the name. I can't for the life of me think of the actual name on the top of my head right now. And yeah, that's a great question though, the mic. Let me see. But honestly, when I create TikTok videos, I just use I have an iPhone 12s Plus. I don't even know what version it is. Just the newest iPhone 12, and I don't mind the sound quality on it. It works pretty well.
Actually getting one of those today.
Yeah, I love the iPhone because you can record in 4K. I love the photos. Like the photos are amazing. I love using portrait mode. Plus like using your iPhone to create images and you just do a couple edits on those images can really enhance your imaging as well, using the iPhone. I've noticed that some of my clients use Android phones, and for some reason, the struggle is with an Android phone is that some of the images that they take, just the camera quality isn't that good. It's a little fuzzy. You kind of get those blemishes. Like it's just not a good quality photo. There's some photos that can be good, but they're straight out the box. It's not that good. I have yet to be impressed by an Android phone. One of my clients got a Google phone that like records in 8K, and I wasn't that impressed with. If anything, like I try to upload that 8K video to my laptop, and it worked, but I didn't see a difference in resolution. Unless I posted it to YouTube, then you could see the difference. But it takes too much out of the system. It's, in my opinion, not worth it yet because the technology hasn't quite caught up to that yet.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
yeah, so that's what I got for you guys. Any other questions, feel free. If you guys also need more help with like maybe just getting some tips and tricks on creating more video, if you guys need some more headlines generated to match you specifically, just reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help you guys get it all figured out and work with you on some video editing stuff. And the first time consultation is always free. I'll walk you through it. And then after that, if we can move along and see if it makes sense to have like a coach in a way to create more video content. But yeah, so that's it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure having you on. It was great info. And I think that'll probably wrap it up if no one else has any other questions. I don't see. Paul wants to know what your contact is if you want to toss it in the chat.
Yeah. And then also, if you're going to post this video up on YouTube, the contact info is on the last slide as well. So if you're watching the video and go to the last slide, it'll be on there too.
Yep, I'll send out the replay.
Or you can just contact Travis.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. I mean, I got you on speed dial here, so I'll just share the contact if anybody wants it, if they're not able to access chat or whatever. As far as that goes, we are going to be taking next week off, and then the following webinar will just be some cool things that we're going to be bringing into the brokerage. So I'll send out a notification for that, and hopefully everybody can get on and see some of the new stuff that we're going to be adding in. So I think it's pretty exciting. I'm excited about it. I've been working on it for the past 2 weeks, and yeah, that'd be great. So hope everybody has a good week. Don't forget to reach out if you need help with anything.
Yeah, thank you, Travis.
Thanks a lot.